Hello my wacky observers! I've had an idea for a co-op card game. You alone, or with friends, will have to build a line of defense against cascading waves of enemies in a card game where positioning and strategy is key to victory. Welcome to Wacktion Labs! You join me in the lab where this week we'll be building a prototype for a game I'm calling The Assault. So, a little history before we get going. When I was doing my A-level some years ago, I made a card game called The Trenches that used these cards you see right here. It was officially called, because you can find this, download it and play it. It was officially called Obliquity The Trenches, because obliquity sounded really cool. It doesn't have anything to do with what the game is about, but it sounds cool, and I imagine a whole family of games with the Obliquity name as like the franchise name. And one spin-off game I wanted to make was Obliquity The Assault. So in the trenches, two players are going head to head. They take it in turns to use these cards shuffled and randomized in their decks to build a trench line where when war breaks out they will fight against each other, and whichever trench has most points wins, right? Well, I wanted to kind of take the idea of building something with these cards, but turn it into a co-op game against an enemy. Against an enemy where more cards come and they all cascade down, and you have to fend them off using strategy and thinking a few turns ahead. I won't go too into detail about how the Trenches plays. If you want to, you can find that out yourself by going to Board Game Geek or clicking the link in the description. But I will be using some design tenets of what the cards here do and how they may be interacted in the Trenches. I'll be leaning on that when designing the Assault, because I want them to feel similar enough that when you're playing one, you're thinking about the other. So, context settled. Let's try to make this game, shall we? I've got two boards here, because this awesome scientific table has a habit of cards falling through it. So we've got two little playmats where I imagine this will be ours for building our trench or whatever, and this will be the enemies. I'm thinking of calling them sort of trenches battle maps for now, because I want to get creative with it, because what I do know is that for the Assault I want campaigns or scenarios where all the battle maps are different, maybe asymmetrical, but unique, where you have to deal with the challenges of building up in your battle map while thinking ahead of how the enemy cards cascading down are going to fit into the nooks and crannies of their battle map. And I kind of want each level or each scenario to have something unique with the environment, because that is lacking in the Trenches. Of course it is, it's supposed to be a tight head-to-head. But for now, we're going to need to build something basic just to test the waters. So in the Trenches, each action unit, that is these dark cards here, are worth power points, and that determines the value of the trench. But in the Assault, I do want action. I want these units to be actually fighting, which means we're going to need to go into behaviors, health points, combat, movement. Okay, so this is kind of what the game's going to look like with using these cards, or as many of these cards as I feel are necessary for the game, because it's a different game at the end of the day, and these will be the boards that we use to play them on. Enough of this. Let's get to the drawing board and let's start designing our game. So I spent the next half hour getting the basics down pat and scrambling together a prototype scenario. One that may not be interesting, but one that is hopefully playable. With things like this, I usually throw myself into the thick of it and handle problems as they arise. First things first, I took to building our first battle map. Although I didn't settle on this design, the idea was to make a very basic 3-row battle map that formed a front line, a second line, and a third line, to mimic the Trenches, but with the flexibility that the Assault needs. Troops would cascade down from the top to fight the players. Note that the left and right flank of the front line has little rectangles under them. They are spots for defences. In this case, I'm going to be using sandbags. Although I never messed with buildings for our prototype scenario, I did want some defence present. I then quickly populated the scenario. Naturally, this next part of the process would receive heavy revamping later, but the initial idea was to populate the board for the start of the game, then write down which units would enter the game later through a wave system. So the scene was set, the battle board designed, and the waves populated. Next, we ventured into the player's side of things, starting with budgets. I semi-arbitrarily gave the players a starting budget and a wave budget, with leftover unspent budget carrying on to future waves. But with a rough budget in place, we'd have to price every unit. Naturally, I only bothered with the action and support cards, but when trying to price the units, I realised it would be easier to do in tandem with writing down what they do in the first place. I go back and forth big time on how the units work. It's also here I decided that the Field Marshal simply doesn't have a place in this game. By the end of my ranting and my brainstorming, I had initial ideas for each of the units. The number next to their names is their cost, the strange algebraic formula under units are their ranges, so the rifleman can only shoot from the front line, but can reach targets in the second line. The sniper and artillery units can shoot from the third line and reach targets in the third line. However, the sniper must remain in the third line. This will block a reinforcement entry point. The next numbers are how much damage they deal and how much damage they can take. I do change these numbers later. Also, finally, I wanted to give the grenadiers and artillery more destructive powers, but would refine them later. Finally, the support cards have rough descriptions of what I wanted them to do too. With a very rough game intact, I head back to the lab to start constructing the prototype scenario. I immediately ran into things I wanted to change. Firstly, I wasn't a fan of the 555 configuration. I do enjoy the kind of cascading pyramid-esque construction that's present in the trenches. So I've emulated that here. We've got 5, 4 and 3. So at least for this scenario, this is a funnel. In future scenarios, we could have more complex designs, more different streams, but for our prototype, we're doing it simple. So that means all new reinforcements, you can only have 3 at a time. So our reinforcement decks are only consisting of 3 each. You randomize, we shuffle them, and then they drip feed them. So what's gonna happen? Oh, one quick note is the game start is the whole thing will be populated apart from the reinforcement line, and that's how it's gonna stay. So all reinforcements, defenses, and buildings that are present will be present immediately, and there could be special event cards or milestone cards, or instead of a wave, they bring in new support or they build new defenses or whatever it is. Haven't figured that out yet. But what's going to be happening now is the game starts, you have the enemy configuration, you spend your budget to build your own front line and second line, and then you have at it. Both lines shoot each other up, and then at the end, the next wave will get brought in. So face down, the next 3 will get placed randomly. I then spend way too long describing the simple process of reinforcements and movements. After the action phase, when everyone shoots each other, the enemy action units will cascade down the next spot on the lower line. Then the next wave of reinforcements will get brought in at the top, face down. I will save you from many of the minor and smaller rules I also laboured over, as they will become apparent in the playtest. I also then decide that the prototype scenario's winning condition is simply to destroy all the enemy action units. But for that to work, I need to flesh out exactly how I wanted action and movement to work. Early ideas here involved a turn-based combat system where the enemy always goes first, but in their first turn they can only pick a frontline unit to attack. When attacking, each unit has an effective range, and some units have rules about what makes a target valid or invalid. Again, we'll tackle that in the playtest. When rambling about this, I realised that the enemy will need a sort of algorithm to decide which units and targets to pick. For the prototype game, I simply decided they will just go by what's most valuable, so they will pick their most valuable unit and will shoot the player's most valuable unit. That is quite simple. I'll make it a little more nuanced later, but it's fine, because in the playtest we will discover that system sucks. After all this brainstorming and ideating, I went over everything again to flesh out the minor details and make corrections before I brought in my lab rat to playtest the game. Here, you will see the dock with the stats and information that will be taken into the prototype game. Note the addition of a target hierarchy for the prototype enemy, and the updated stats and information on the units. So, without further ado, we can finally bring in the lab rat. So, welcome Emil to the Winking Skeever. You're joining me here today on one of my favourite Skyrim locations, here to play a board game that I have cooked up. Say hello to the wacky observers at home.
Hello, wacky observers.
Love the spirit. I tried to make a cloth to kind of like unveil like a surprise, but I couldn't, so instead I've just hidden everything and will suddenly unhide everything to surprise you. Let's see if I can remember how to delete the zone. Should be this, and whoops. There we go, here's the game. Bosh. I know, very, very exciting. So in the assault, it is up to us to defeat the enemies by working together. The populated board is the enemy board, and this board down here is ours. I underestimated just how much explaining this is going to have. So basically, there are going to be 3 waves of enemies approaching. We need to defeat all of the dark green cards. They are the action cards. We need to shoot them dead. And the moment we kill them all, we win. So, we have a budget of 10. We need to spend our 10. Also, unused budget gets carried forwards. So, are we ready for the assault?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, but we weren't. Our first game was utterly disastrous. We tried to start playing, but immediately ran into a game-breaking problem. Wait, what if the snipers is stuck in the 3rd row and they can't reach the 3rd row? What's stopping us from just buying a sniper?
Just getting 2 snipers. Or we can either get a sniper in the 3rd row or a rifleman in the 2nd row. And that'll deal with a shotgun.
That's true. The rifleman can only shoot from the front row.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we might as well just go with a sniper in the 3rd row.
Yeah, I'm realizing there's nothing stopping us.
Yeah.
From doing that. Okay, first flaw of the game. There's...
No, that's not a flaw, that's a feature.
To fix this, we decided that, unless otherwise stated, units, in this case the rifleman and the grenadier, can reach the back row, but the rows ahead need to be clear. In other words, the default applicable targets for a unit are any exposed targets in the closest populated row. So if a sniper is left alone in a trench, it can be targeted. As I was writing down this amendment, Emil had another good idea.
As well, it would be good to have the positions for each people sort of marked on the board.
Yeah, I also realised that would have been so helpful. That would have taken effort, so I didn't do it.
You could just draw an X on each position.
An X would have been good. God damn. You know what? I can do that right now.
We can just do that now.
So that I did. There's roughly one here, and one here. The thing is, I can't see the snap points.
This is so professional.
Yeah. Again, this is very, very rough.
Is so scuffed.
Here we go.
Oh.
Beautiful. So I should have different colours for the different... Doesn't matter. We know what's what.
Well, you could draw like a little line separating each one.
Just
for
yeah.
Oh.
Awesome sauce. This is our game development 101 here.
I'll tell you what, wacky viewers, you get the best of it right now. I hope for your sake this part is cut out.
We haven't even started playing and we've had the most entertainment value the game will have to offer.
That's usually us, though.
Right, Christ.
Fun isn't playing the game, it's dealing the cards.
It's half the fun in any of these playtests is either bullying me or setting the goddamn game up.
Aiden, I'll flip this fucking table.
Oh no, my lines are gone.
Oh, not the lines.
And I've done them even worse than I did the first time. Right, so...
No, that's better. I'd say that's better.
You said they're better? Okay, thanks, Leverett.
Yeah.
So...
I'm your biggest hater and your... the biggest like gooner over you.
We have fun here. With that out of the way, we thought we could finally begin, but not before immediately making another change. What units are we buying? We have 8. I think that's a bit too low, should we? Because they have so many. Oh, that was made before I beefed up the starting position. Let's give us 10. We've got 10.
Yeah. I love this. We're innovating on the fly.
As we were finally getting in the swing of things, Emil asked a question about who goes first, and I was blessed with one final amendment.
So if I pick my starting people, is it whose turn is it first? Theirs or mine?
So it's the action phase.
Well,
They
theirs
will
or
go
ours?
first.
Okay.
So they'll
Why does
shoot with
not
one
put
unit,
anyone?
and then you will shoot with. Oh, so it's you take it in turns shooting. So they'll pick a unit, they'll shoot. You'll pick a unit, you'll shoot, and you'll both exhaust your actions. The player, I just thought this now. The player with less units will get to skip as many goes as the other player has more units than them. At very long last, we try to begin. Maxing out his budget, Emil purchased and placed a grenadier and 2 riflemen. Then, before he knew it, it was time to fight. So this rifleman is going to shoot your most valuable target. In this case, that is your grenadier. The rifleman deal 1 damage. That's 1 damage to your grenadier. And now it is your turn.
I would like to blow up the leftmost sandbag.
Okay, that's been destroyed. Hell yeah. So now the enemy goes. We got the rifleman. I guess they're attacking your grenadier again.
Yes.
Which is going to kill it. That sucks. So that's out of action for now. And then the other rifleman. Oh no, now it's your turn. That's right, now it's your turn.
I would like to use the rifleman to shoot the shotgun.
Ooh, okay. The shotgun, how much health do they have again? They have 3 health. Rifleman dealing 1 damage. Bosh. Nice. Now it's their turn again. They're going to use their final rifleman. They're getting buffs, they're dealing 2 damage, and they're going to attack your rifleman. So, oh, this is really bad. This is a really, really...
Yeah, this is a
awful.
very hard game
This is awful.
to start.
I'm going to need to change the
I feel like they
targeting
started
system.
with too many
Maybe.
buffs.
Maybe. So this rifleman...
And having 2 sandbags is a bit overpowered.
So this rifleman...
And a drill sergeant.
Yeah, this is awful. I mean, because this rifleman is boosted with the drill sergeant, they're dealing 2 damage, so he's going to one-shot one of your remaining riflemen.
Yeah.
So...
You know what? I believe in the heart of the cards.
Believe that the cards. So this rifleman has been shot dead because it's in reading order, so it just goes to the left.
Yeah.
So now what happens is all of the out-of-action units get removed from the game, and all the units move. As no movement could be done, the next set of reinforcements got pulled into the back row. The first wave consisted of 3 ready riflemen. With the wave budgets up to 8 per round from 6, Emil may have more of a chance to stay in the game.
If
So-
I got that fucked with a budget of 10, 6 ain't gonna do shit.
Okay, so,
How many cards you got, Aidan?
Oh no, I got nothing. Oh, this is awful. So you've got 8 budgets.
You know what? After this, I want to watch you play with the same starting setup and see how fucked up you get.
Yeah. Oh, this is so bad. So what are you going to do with even less money?
What? I have nothing.
If you get a sniper, you'll be able to kill the drill sergeant, I guess.
Yeah, but I'd quite like to have an enlister, just so I can... The thing is, I'm not going to survive the next wave.
You may need...
Can I please get... I might need to just forfeit.
Ultimately, he decided to get a sniper and hang on to his remaining funds.
Just to make sure you're not going to like pull the rug out. I can do that, correct?
Yeah.
I swear to God, if I got to the next wave and you said, "Oh, well, you can't do that," I would have come to your house.
It is the action phase, so the enemy is beginning. Their shotgun going to go ahead and shoot your rifleman, so your rifleman is dead.
We shouldn't have played it through.
And now it's your turn. Your sniper deals 3 damage. It's basically a one-shot. And you can target anyone apart from the rifleman under the sandbag.
Yes, I will shoot the front rifleman then.
Ooh, okay. And that is a straight KO. So, now this rifleman is going to go. It's going to target your sniper. How much health does the sniper have again? 1. So, your sniper's out of action.
Son.
And that is a defeat.
We shouldn't have played it through, gang.
No, that's a bad idea. Okay, so I think it is possible. Maybe we should up the budgets again.
I want to watch you first.
Oh, you want to watch me play now?
I want to watch you first.
Okay, so no, I'm going to keep the budget the same.
I want to see
starting budget.
how disgracefully you do.
Okay. So I set the board up again and tried to tackle this ridiculous scenario myself. With the improved rules and upped budgets, I did have an advantage over Emil, but would it be enough? I started strong by purchasing a grenadier and 2 shotgunners thanks to my upped starting budget of 10. I was hoping the shotgunners would give me a decent starting health pool. So that's going to be 2 shotguns. Doesn't really matter where I put them, so I'm going to put them here and there. They have 3 health each, they deal 2 damage each. The grenadier deals 1 damage, isn't it? But 2 health.
Yes.
Okay, so their shotgun is going to go first, dealing 3 damage. And they're going to go for one of my shotgunners. That is going to put 1 out of action immediately. So much for my decent starting health pool. We went back and forth, which resulted in both of my shotgunners getting taken out, only to have killed 1 of their riflemen. So my shotgunner is now out of action.
This is going a lot like my game, Aiden.
Yep. So
I think that this might need a version 2 quite quickly.
Yeah, I think I'm going to need to update the prototype scenario. This is not looking good. Because my grenadier is going to move forwards.
Yeah.
That is so not fun, gang. So, my grenadier is dead. What I'm going to need, so I got 8. How expensive is the nurse again? That's 4.
I think it was 4.
Right, so that's going to be 4 for the nurse. 4 for the nurse. And
another grenadier or 2 riflemen?
I might actually need to get another grenadier.
You can get 2 lookouts if you want.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I almost get a nurse and a grenadier, but I had another idea. If I get 1 sniper, shoot the drill sergeant, that's going to make my job easier, and then I can just have a... that I'm going to save my funds over.
Yeah.
Okay, so, action phase. Their rifleman here is going to shoot my grenadier for a damage. Then my grenadier is going to blow up the sandbag pile, or shoot the... Maybe my grenadier will shoot... Oh, I can't shoot the drill sergeant because the riflemen are in the way. So I'm going to get my grenadier to blow up the sandbag pile over here. And then it's their turn. This rifleman is going to shoot and kill my grenadier. And then finally, my sniper is going to snipe their drill sergeants. Okay. Yeah, so...
You've lasted longer than I have. I'm proud of you.
Oh, thanks, man. The enemy riflemen marched forth, and their next wave snuck in. I had the following nasties waiting for me to flip them over. A grenadier, a sniper, and a shotgun.
I'll be honest, mate. I trust you, I don't think you're surviving 2 rounds.
We'll see. So I've got 10 budget this time. That is going to give me
You got enough to play with. I mean, you could go artillery.
I so could go artillery. I feel like... Oh, this sucks! I hate this game.
Is that 10 damage or no damage?
That just kills.
Okay.
Yeah, the artillery just annihilates.
Okay.
After some back and forth, I ultimately settled on a grenadier and a shotgunner. I so should have gone for the artillery. So it's action time. They're going to go first. So only these 2 riflemen can shoot, because they're the only 2 on the front row. This rifleman is going to be able to target one of these bad boys. They target my most valuable, which, damn it, that's going to be my sniper, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
The sniper has 3 health. You can survive.
No, the sniper does 3 damage. It has 1 health. Oh no!
I like how I'm giving input like I survived for any meaningful amount of time.
So my grenadier and shotgun can't do anything. So this rifleman now shoots. Which is more valuable? Which is more expensive again? The grenadier. They're going to shoot the grenadier. This isn't very fun. I don't like this game.
No one does.
They're all going to move forwards. Now I've got 5 riflemen on the front row, and my snipers are out of here. These guys are now going to move forwards. Oh, you have to stay back there. My grenadier moves forwards and my shotgunner moves forwards. So, and I'm going to be...
This is so overpowered. They have essentially a stacked group.
I might buy 2 snipers.
Yeah.
Because that will put me on 12, so I'd have 1 left over for next time.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Your grenadier, the grenadier is going to be dead.
Yeah, they have 2 health, don't they, the grenadiers?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Oh, because they're going to start, so they're going to kill my grenadier. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
now it's my sniper's turn, so I'm just going to kill their rifleman here. It doesn't matter. Or should I kill their shotgunner? Oh, because they have a sniper now. Oh, this game... yeah, maybe I kill the sniper.
Yeah.
We continue to shoot each other up. You'll notice, however, that I forgot to give the enemy, like, half their turns, which would have ended the game right there. Alas. So, for our final wave, we have 2 shotguns and a grenadier.
I think this game should just be if you survive the attack, you win.
Yeah.
Not if you can kill them, just if you can hold on.
So I am going to put in an artillery. That's 10. I forgot how much budget I have. Oh, I had 1 left over, so I'm on...
1, yeah.
Oh, 1 left over, which means I'm on 9, which means I can't afford the...
Oh yeah, you get 8 each turn.
Oh! The nurse! I'm going to buy a nurse. Yes. The nurse is worth 4, which means I have 5 remaining. So I'll be able to afford the artillery next turn. So, they start. Their rifleman here is going to shoot... Oh no, their grenadier, that's more valuable, is going to shoot. That's 1 damage into my sniper, so that one's dead. Then I'm going to get my nurse to heal this sniper. And then this rifleman is gonna shoot my sniper. The nurse is already gone.
Would they not shoot the same sniper again?
It's no longer as valuable because it's a wounded target. And
okay.
so now my my wounded sniper is gonna attack this guy, sure. And then this guy is going to attack my snipe. Okay, this game's a mess. This game's a mess. Because then this guy is just going to kill my... Yeah, okay. It's cunts!
You did... You lasted a long time, at least. Like, I'm proud of you.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, man. Oh, this game sucks. Who made this thing?
I don't know. He's a dickhead, though.
So, okay, so that was the game. Very clearly, I really need to adjust my scenario making skills.
I think it was okay. It was just they started
Really
incredibly
strong.
stacked.
Yeah.
Like with 3 riflemen and a shotgun.
And then the nurse and the drill sergeant. Okay,
And-
that is a bit ridiculous.
And the sandbags.
And the stat, yeah. This is, yeah, okay. So, I don't think I'm gonna...
I'd say keep one of the sandbags, at least.
So, what do we think? Was this experiment, was this a success or a fail?
I think just by definition, it has to be a fail.
Yeah, this was a failed experiment. We'll need to try
It
again.
was it's a good game.
Oh, thank you. I was going to be on the next
I
question.
say through gritted teeth. Or it's a good concept. It's just values need to be changed.
Yeah, values have changed big time.
It wasn't bad, but it's far from good.
Yep.
Like I said, I think just from the get-go, then having 3 riflemen and a shotgun, 2 sandbags, a nurse, and a drill sergeant is crazy work from you.
Yeah, oh, that's so bad.
And then you only having 8, essentially only being able to afford 2 riflemen and maybe a shotgunner. Pretty much nothing.
Yeah. While wrapping up discussion, I suddenly thought of a way we could potentially beat the seemingly impossible puzzle. I guess maybe if you bought, because we upped it to 10, if you bought 5
You just got
riflemen, slapped
5
them on the front,
riflemen.
yeah, and used reinforcement money to get snipers and healers. Damn! That might have been the strat!
Shall we play it through? Let's play it through.
Let's play.
Well, this time we'll work together
Alright, oh, I have to...
rather than being each other's biggest enemy.
So, we get 10 starting monies. Are we gonna do the strat?
I think we have to try it.
Yeah. So, action phase, we're gonna breeze through this. And breeze through it we did! We decided to pile in on the enemy shotgunner, which led to this beautiful moment. Our rifleman is gonna kill the shotgunner. Oh, that feels so good.
On a vindication.
We ended the first action phase with a couple casualties, but things were looking pretty hopeful. We're in good standings here.
Somehow we're doing better than before.
Yeah, until they weren't. Cue mistake number 1, not taking into account the drill sergeant buff when on the enemy turn. Later, when deciding what reinforcements to bring in, I made mistake number 2, realising the first mistake, but incorrectly calculating just how much damage we should have received, resulting in us losing 1 rather than 2 men. Brilliant.
Oh.
I think these 2 are dead.
Yes.
Yeah, these 2 are dead. Okay, that changes
Yeah.
things. With that blunder out the way, we move on to our first set of reinforcements. The plan was to flood the board with nurses and other units. After lots of deliberation, we settled on sending out a nurse with a grenadier. So, action phase, yeah, this guy is gonna shoot this guy. We can get this guy to just kill this guy.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's all we can do.
Yeah.
And then this guy is gonna finish off this guy. And that is it. With a nurse on the board, however, we were still optimistic. Needing that drill sergeant out the picture, we called in a sniper and a shotgunner, to hopefully tank some attacks. This guy's gonna shoot our grenadier. And then, should we, before our grenadier gets killed, should we use the grenadier to blow up the sandbag pile?
Yes. Yeah.
And then this boosted rifleman is gonna finish off our grenadier. But that's fine, because now we can use our sniper to kill their drill sergeant. And they have no more actions. And our nurse could heal our grenadier!
Would they
these guys can
would they
only
not
shoot
shoot
from
the
the
nurse?
front line. But they
Oh,
have no
yeah,
one that
yeah.
can shoot, that's the thing. So our nurse can heal our grenadier. So it's on 1 health now, because it revives at half HP.
Yeah.
Okay, oh dude, nurses are where it's at.
We're getting swifty with it.
Yeah, nurses are the meta. Excited with our progress, we get a little greedy. Instead of getting another nurse, as our initial plan dictated, we brought in a drill sergeant and a shotgunner. Action commenced once more, with minimal casualties. With our nurse healing our rifleman, we were down to 1 first aid kit. Everyone shuffled down, and the enemy's second wave were revealed and moved. Who are you? You're the shotgunner. You're the sniper, you're staying, and the grenadier. Okay. We settled on another sniper, with the intention of purchasing an artillery next turn. I would like to test out the artillery. Because then if we target this rifleman, the defences will get destroyed with it.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So,
Big money moves.
action phase. Their grenadier is gonna go. No, their sniper's gonna go. Shit.
Ah, fuck.
Our most valuable asset
yeah.
is our sniper.
It is the sniper.
Okay.
But that's why we have a nurse. We should have got another nurse.
We should have got another nurse. Thing is, they're not adjacent to each other. The nurse can't heal. Unless we decide, no, because reading order is left to right. Oh, but the enemy's left to right. But we've been doing it left to right. Damn it. Consistency, I hate this.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's gone. I guess we could use our sniper to kill their sniper.
Annoying. He's not adjacent to the drill sergeant either. He doesn't need to be, but
yeah.
I like damage.
So I guess we'll kill their sniper. And now their grenadier. They're going to shoot our rifleman, which is going to kill it. And that was wounded, so it's dead.
Would their nurse not heal their sniper as well?
Not adjacent, thankfully.
Oh yeah, I can't. Yeah.
Thank goodness.
There was
So we don't have any more actions, so it's just going to be them. So they got 4 shots coming in. That's going to be.
I don't know if we have enough health for this big now.
No, that's 3 shots plugged into the shotgunner, and then 1 more shot. Which more expensive, the drill sergeant or the nurse again? It's drill sergeant, isn't it?
It's drill sergeant.
Yeah, so he's gone.
The nurse only has 1 heal left.
Yeah. Do we save the drill sergeant?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that is the nurse kind of out of action.
Or do we save the drill sergeant?
Yeah, because we could buy another nurse, and it's cheaper than buying another drill sergeant.
Yeah.
Okay. After that tumultuous action phase, our sniper and drill sergeant were facing an armada. Their final wave moved in, and we had only 10 monies to make a difference. No matter our strategizing, defeat was looking certain. But it's not going to matter, because they've got 6 shots incoming. I don't think it matters anymore.
No.
Unless we buy 2 shotgunners.
Unless we buy 5 shotgunners.
I don't know. I feel like we were fighting a losing battle here.
Yeah. I feel like everything needs adjusting.
Yeah. We made it
I
kind of far though.
shotguns.
Yeah, shotguns.
We did. Yeah.
Okay.
We can't use them for 2 rounds, but
Nope. So that's the drill sergeant dead. Our sniper, I guess, is going to kill maybe their grenadier.
yeah.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots coming in. That is the sniper. Shotgun.
And then there's 1 health left on the shotgun.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see it through, then we'll call it a day.
Pub.
We just back to where we started with the grenadier.
I'll be honest, mate. Oh, I don't know.
Should we just
I started off so hopeful.
Yeah, we'll get a sniper and a rifleman. Sure.
Yeah.
So their turn. Sniper's dead.
Sniper's dead, shotgun's dead, rifleman dead.
Yep, game's gone. Game is gone.
Yeah.
Alright.
The game is well and truly gone.
Well, thank you so much for testing the game. I need to make many improvements.
Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but I did have a good time.
Thank you. That's all that matters. All that matters. There is lots of potential on this game. I just wanted to make sure the concept stands, and I think the concept does stand. Would you say?
Yeah. Like I said, there's. It's a good base.
Okay. Okay, I'll work on it. And I'll invite you, and maybe some other lab rats, eventually, when I have developed this game more.
Great.
Alright, well...
I'm looking so forward to it.
So, that was The Assault. As well as enough I did that was not prototyped properly whatsoever. While playing, we made a lot of changes to the game. The main criticism of this week's failure was that the starting scenario was incredibly punishing and a little too saturated. Upon tweaking the values, I'm sure it would have been more of an enjoyable puzzle to solve, but that's something for me to figure out at a later date. And that is all the time we have. Thank you for visiting Wacktion Labs. Subscribe today to become a wacky observer, so you're always here for the chaos. I wonder what idea I'll have for you next time.